All right, everyone, it is 1 o'clock. My name is Sherry Licone. I am the Executive Director for Enrollment Services here at Central Arizona College. We have new student orientation that will be taking place right now. We want to thank you for joining us this morning. A couple of pointers right here in Blackboard Collaborate. All of us have well, mine isn't, but your participant mics are muted. If you have an issue, please go ahead and raise your hand. There's a little guy at the bottom of the page here where you can raise your hand to ask a question, and then use our chat feature that's available over in the collaboration menu to the right-hand side. If you see this little purple tab here, you'll know that that's what you can click to have access to the chat. You can take a look at actually the other attendees and ask us any questions that you might have. All right, so we're going to keep going here. We're going to move right along. I want to make sure that you feel comfortable to ask questions. Maggie Almquist is with us. She is monitoring our chat function. So if you have any questions, feel free to go into that chat and just let us know what you're thinking and if you need any additional information. Today we're going to talk about advising, registration, the tools that you need to be successful, and how to become a better part or a big part of our community here at Central Arizona College. Let's talk first about advising. You want to meet with an advisor every single semester or more if that's what you need. Your advisor is going to be able to discuss, of course, the courses that you're taking, but also that advisor is there to help you set your career goals. You can talk to that advisor about what you plan on doing. What is your future vision for yourself and your academics? They will help you to create a master academic plan. So we know that students who have a goal in mind, who have a plan to get from point A to point B are more likely to be successful, more likely to graduate, and they graduate quicker. So that's what we try to help you do in advising, is make sure that you have that master academic plan completed. They'll also connect you to support. So our advisors are huge sources of information here at CAC. They will help you to get on board with, if you're a veteran, if you're using veterans benefits, if you have any accessibility issues, if in the past you may have had a 504 or an IEP plan, we'll connect you to the right people to make sure that you get the support you need to be successful here at the college. Our advising hours are Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. All advising appointments at this moment are virtual, meaning you can meet with an advisor face-to-face on your computer screen or on your phone, or you can also meet with them over phone, obviously telephone. All you need to do is email advising@centralaz.edu. There is also an advising webpage, centralaz.edu/advising, and that page will connect you to be able to even make an appointment online just at the click of a button. So definitely access that and make sure you're meeting with an advisor every single semester. So Central Arizona College has transitioned. We're on our way to a guided pathways transition. What we are looking to do is make the transition for you into a career path as easy and seamless as possible. So we now have 9 different areas of interest. If you're interested in sciences, education, nursing, business, computer, visual and performing arts, there is whatever you plan to study here at CAC, that area of interest will be one of those is yours, and your program of study will fall under one of these areas of interest. So this slide is really just meant to familiarize yourself. These are some of the conversations your advisors will have with you. Be in that, where does your area of interest fall? Who are your professors? What faculty are going to be really making a part of your being a part of your academic journey here at CAC. Let's talk a little bit about registration. We'll talk about on-time registration, some tuition info. We'll talk about the add drop period, your federal financial aid, and the purge. So Central Arizona College we have an on-time registration policy. You, the student, must register for classes prior to the start of class. This is very, very important for you, the student. You have until tomorrow to get your summer schedule ready to go. Tomorrow is the last day of regular registration for any courses for the summer term. It's important to know that classes can't be added after the start of class. So we want to make sure that we've got you in the right class at the right time every single time. So make sure that you have your schedule all worked out by tomorrow. Make any changes you wish, and then you'll be ready to start come Tuesday, May 26th. Remember, Monday's a holiday. So you do have one more day, well, between today and tomorrow, one more day for registration. And be aware that we've got this great new thing, 3 free credits for all students this summer. How fantastic. I've never seen this offered here at the college. This is this is a pretty huge thing for us. And we really want you to take advantage of this. So if you're only in one, maybe think of taking a second class, as long as you can be successful. Those are tough classes, those summer 5-week sessions. But those 3 free credits can really speed your degree along. So I would really encourage you to make use of that. It's so incredibly easy. There's nothing you need to do. All you've got to do is go ahead and register for a class, and that credit will be applied by the end of next week. You don't have to pay for it. It's 3 free credits up to $258. If you have any questions on that, feel free to chat us in the chat box. Maggie, is our sound doing okay right now? Yep. Okay, sounds great. So tuition info. Keep in mind that payment is required at the time of registration. You can make that payment via cash, check, Visa, Master, Discover, all those credit cards. We also have a payment plan, and of course, you could use federal financial aid. Remember that tuition and fees are assessed for all classes in which you are enrolled, and you're responsible again when you enroll. There's no tuition due date. Tuition is due the day you register, right? Keep in mind that you can always register with confidence, because we've changed our policies and you're now eligible for a 100% refund for any class that is dropped through the drop and add period. Unfortunately, there are no refunds for any withdrawals after the drop and add period. But register with confidence again, and we'll talk about that drop and add period. If you drop anything during that time, there is a 100% refund. So you can be sure that you're getting all your money back. Keep in mind that non-attendance is not will not have you dropped from the class. You must officially drop the class to receive a refund. Make sure you keep that in mind. If you do not plan to attend or do not plan to do the work in a class, make sure you are dropping that class. Non-attendance will result in you failing the class, and nobody wants that. So our add drop period, dropping a class is a really big deal. It can affect your federal financial aid, any scholarships, Promise for the Future awards. Make sure you know what you're doing. And the way to do that is make sure you're talking with an advisor and a financial aid counselor anytime you plan to drop a course. We've got some withdrawal deadlines. The first 5-week summer session, the add drop period is May 26th and 27th. So that's Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. The second 5-week summer session, the add drop period is June 29th through 30th. We don't have a whole lot of courses offered in that second 5-week summer session, so just keep in mind that there are some, and the drop and add date is the 29th to 30th of June. But that first 5-week is where the majority of you are probably taking classes, and that add drop period is May 26th and May 27th. Don't forget, you can make changes to your schedule at that point. Okay. Federal financial aid. You want to apply for federal or state financial aid by completing the FAFSA at fafsa.ed.gov. A couple of things about federal financial aid. You need to apply early. Funds are limited, and it definitely can take some time to process. And I had a question from a student yesterday on another forum, and they said, well, when is my award going to be published? Going to be put into my student portal? And the answer to that is completely dependent on when you filled out the FAFSA. So make sure that you're filling out that FAFSA very, very early, so that we can package you up and have you ready to go for the semester you plan to start. If you are taking summer classes, the summer term is sort of a train along the end of the 1920 school year. So summer financial aid would be the 2019-2020 academic year. Financial aid for the 2021 academic year would be for fall, so keep that in mind. Anything for fall, you want to apply for the 2021 FAFSA. Also keep in mind, you have to resubmit that FAFSA every single year. It's not a one and done. Every single year that you plan to attend here at CAC, you need to make sure that you are submitting that FAFSA. The FAFSA uses tax information from 2 years prior, so there's no need to wait on getting your taxes done. You should have all the information that you need in front of you when you sit down to do it, but definitely don't wait until current year taxes, because they're no longer using those. It's taxes from 2 years prior. If you have any questions on that, you want to visit centralaz.edu/FINAID or email FINAID@centralaz.edu for more information. So we do have a purge process here at Central Arizona College. The purge is when you register for a class, but for whatever reason you do not end up paying for that class. Now, paying for that class, there's a few ways you can do that. You either pay, obviously, cash check, some type of credit card, or a payment plan, or you have federal financial aid in place to cover the entire balance of your bill. As long as you have one of those ways or a combination of the three in place, you will avoid the purge. But if you don't have a way to pay for classes, there is a purge process. Now, I say this, however, we are not, I will repeat, we are not currently purging any students. Okay? This is a process that we had in semesters prior. We may choose to bring it back, but there will be many, many, many communications that go out to students to warn you of this. I'm just mentioning this because I want you to be aware this is something that could happen in the future. I can 100% guarantee that it is not happening for summer and it is not happening for fall. But it is something to keep on the radar that at the end of the day, you have to have a way to pay for those classes, be it cash, check, personal finance, personal credit card, a payment plan, or federal financial aid. Remember, if you have any questions, make sure you put them over in the chat. So some tools that you'll want to be aware of while you're a student here at Central Arizona College. So right off our web page, at the top of every page, there's going to be sort of a toolbar up there, and it says My CAC. You'll see the big the smaller red circle that's around My CAC. So My CAC is a part of our website that will give you all the tools you need to be successful. Give you access to your email, your Office 365, your student portal, library services, and IT support. So I want to let you know a few things. So many students come to us and sort of email has gone by the wayside. They don't check email anymore. When you come to the college, email is the official form of communication, and it is so incredibly important that you are checking your email every single day. I highly recommend you download the Outlook app and sign into your email from your smartphone, because there you'll have it'll push notifications to you. You'll be able to read those emails on the fly. Think about updates from your professors, updates from the college, registration dates and deadlines. Did financial aid email me? Did admissions email me? Did cashiers email me? It's really, really important that you are checking that student email daily for updates, activities, and events. So that's one. The other portion of my CAC is Office 365. This is a full suite of Microsoft applications. You can kind of see them there on your screen, I hope. Of course, Outlook, but also Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, which is a great note-taking app for any college student. Sway, Forms, there's so much available here that you may not have even used before. So poke around in there and see what you can find. The other great thing is you do have access to your personal OneDrive account. That is going to give you 2 terabytes of storage space. I can practically, although I bet I could be proved wrong, but I could practically guarantee you that it would be almost impossible to use all of the space that's available to you on OneDrive. And the beauty of this is that it does allow you to stop using those terrible flash drives. Flash drives get lost, they are corrupted, they sit out in your car and get burned up. Just not an efficient way to save some of the most important documents that you have. So definitely make use of that OneDrive account. And the beauty of it is too that when you store something in OneDrive, there's a real seamless upload to our Blackboard, which we'll talk about in just a minute. Our OneDrive and all of these Office 365 components can be accessed from any computer, from any tablet, and from any smartphone as well. There are a bunch of apps. You can download the Office 365 app, and then of course each one of their tools, also Word, Excel, PowerPoint, also has apps that can be downloaded and have a ton of functionality from your cell phone. So make sure you're making use of that. So your username to get into both email and Office 365 will always be your first name _ your last name at stu.centralaz.edu. Your password will always be month, day, year, year. So first name _ your last name at stu.centralaz.edu. Your password is month, day, year. There are a few challenges that you might have with that first and last name. If you have a very common name like John Smith, it might be a challenge because sometimes there are maybe 15 John Smiths. And the only way you would know if there are, if you have multiple, is from the email that you originally received from the college. And so you might be John Smith 7. So if you're having trouble logging in for the first time, I'm going to give you the phone number for IT help right now, which is 520-494-5678. Again, 520-494-5678. And give them a call and they can help you sort out what's going on with your account. Maggie, did you want to break in here? I thought I heard something.
I did. I just had an interesting conversation yesterday about Office 365, specifically Word. My husband is a student right now, and he told me that he loves to use Word, obviously, and specifically out of Office 365, instead of Google Docs, which is what a lot of other students use, because when you upload Google Doc templates into Blackboard, the format sometimes changes a little bit. So specifically, he's been in an English class where he submitted from Office 365 via Word into Blackboard, and he got full credit for his format. The student uploaded a similar paper through Google Docs, and it changed the format, and they got deducted just by sheer nature of the tool that they were using. So just keep that in mind. That Blackboard works great with Word. You might have great success with something like Google Docs, but if this tool is proven to work seamlessly with Blackboard. Just thought I'd throw that tip out there.
No, that is a great tip, Maggie, because the other thing is that many students, and I'm not sure who we have online today, but many students who are in high school or are just out of high school are very, very used to, I know all of Florence Unified, for example, and I know other schools are, they all use Google Docs. And so that's something that many of our students come very familiar with. And you really may want to try to make the transition to using our Office 365 suite because of that very reason. It is a seamless upload, and I think it could be really beneficial for you. So definitely take those words of caution with Google Docs. Google Docs is a great system. I use it in other areas, but definitely when you're a student, you want to make use of the tools that we have here because it will allow for that seamless upload. Thank you so much, Maggie, for sharing that. All right, whoops. Okay, so Blackboard. So Blackboard is our Central Arizona College Learning Management System software. And Blackboard is going to be where your professor is putting in all of your announcements, your course information. This is a secure method for your instructor to communicate with you without the distractions in your regular email account. So make sure that your Blackboard is something that you're going to be in hopefully multiple times per day. Blackboard is easy to access. You'll log in with your username and password, just like you did with your email account. So your first name _ your last name at stu.centralaz.edu. Your password is going to be your same month, day, year. Keep in mind that we want you to change your password because those birth dates are set for all students. So make sure you change those passwords. I want you to download the Blackboard app for sure. The Blackboard app is going to help you. Let's say, for example, you're out shopping at Target and you realize, oh no, I've got a discussion board that's due in 20 minutes. And all you need to do is write up a little paragraph and submit, and you get 10 points. Well, instead of losing those points because you're not in front of a computer, if you have the Blackboard app, you're going to be able to complete that homework on the fly, submit it, and get your points. Not only that, the app will forward to you notifications from your instructor. It will forward to you notifications each and every time something in your account or something that you have submitted has been graded. When your tests are graded, your essays are graded, that will come directly to your Blackboard app, and you can have a notification set to get notifications. I love the Blackboard app. When I was a student, I wanted to keep track of where I was at with that class, and the Blackboard app is a great way to do it. So you can access Blackboard right off of our homepage over at My CAC up here. Blackboard, you can see, is kind of at the bottom of the screen here. Or we've put up there the sort of the direct link, blackboard.centralaz.edu. Definitely, you're going to have to be in here, especially with all of our courses being virtual right now. Make sure that you go in there and familiarize yourself with each and every part of the Blackboard system that we have. You can't break anything, just go in there and click around and find what you can find. And there are some tutorials as well in Blackboard. It's called School, SCHOOL. We want you to go in and do those tutorials if you're feeling like you need some additional assistance with Blackboard. Okay. Excuse me. So your student portal. Your student portal is your next best friend. Here at CAC, we have a student portal that allows you to register for classes. It'll help you with your financial aid info. It'll allow you to check your schedule, search courses. Basically, any type of academic records can be viewed through your student portal. You're going to go www.centralaz.edu/student-portal. That student portal is fully navigable on any kind of tablet or cell phone, and you want to make sure that you're keeping in track. I want you to be checking your schedule on a regular basis. Make sure that the courses that you're registered in or that you're attending are the ones that you think you're registered for. Check your financial aid info. Did financial aid send you any messages that they need some additional documentation for you? Lots of different reasons to check that student portal and really be a student who is prepared and really knows what's going on with their academic records with the college. All right, so we also have a really, really fantastic page of online resources for students. I want you to go ahead and access this page, centralaz.edu/remote online student services, and there's hyphens in there, so remote hyphen online hyphen student hyphen services. And that site right there is really, it has almost everything you need, from tutoring resources to the library resources, lots of different tools and tricks in one place. So definitely make use of that remote online services website. It also has admission forms, way to make an advising appointment. So lots of different information there. We also have our Student Success webpage, which will give you information on boot camps that are happening for math and English preparation, different Blackboard workshops that are going on for you to learn how to navigate the Blackboard environment. And then also we have our Vocaro chat. So in that red circle, it's probably hard to see on your screen, but in that red circle is Vocaro Pete. He is there ready for you 10 to 10 every day. There is a live chat operator behind that lovely little icon there, and they will be able to answer your questions. If they don't know the answer to a question, they will forward it along to the person that can find you the answer. So definitely make use of Carol Pete down there, our chat line, our live chat. The CAC app. This is another app I want you to download. Again, for information, for resources. When we're back on campuses, this can tell you what's going on in the cafeteria at the campus. It can give you maps of campuses. Just a really good resource. You can also search for classes in this CAC app. A lot of interesting resources for you, the student, and another great way to stay informed and involved on your college campus. So if you need help, and I did mention this phone number before, but contact IT. If you have any Blackboard, email, anything online that you can't figure out, you're going to call 520-494-5678. Again, 520-494-5678, and you're going to email ithelp@centralaz.edu. There's a help desk as well, online services, registration, and financial aid primarily. And that phone number is 520-494-5111, or you can email centralhelpdesk@centralaz.edu. Again, centralhelpdesk@centralaz.edu. Make use of these two online resources. This is a great way for you to get in touch, get some questions answered, and make sure that you have everything you need to be successful. All right, the last part of our presentation is about online student services. We want to talk to you about our online library services with reference assistance and online databases. We have a very, very robust online reference library, and I recommend that you access the library via Blackboard. So if you're ever going into the library, first log into Blackboard and then click on the library link. This will ensure that you are already logged in to the services that the library offers. We also have learning centers that right now are offering online tutoring. A great way to access those learning centers is, I'm going to go back a few right now, and I want to show you, where's that? Whoops, 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 whoops. So this online, I'm gonna I think I'm gonna highlight it right here. This website right here is the one that's going to take you, there's a link in there to our online tutoring. So if you need any tutoring, go to this website and that website will point you in the direction of how to make use of online tutoring. Now again, both of these services, the online library and the Learning Center's online tutoring, you should access it via your Blackboard. Because again, then you're logged in, and then you have access to all the different services and suites that we have. You can also order your books online via the CAC bookstore, and for that you will go to the CAC website and pull down bookstore, and it's pretty easy and simple to look for your books. You just have to have your schedule in hand. You'll enter those courses, and then they'll come up with a list of books that are those that your teachers are looking for. We also have behavioral health services here at CAC. We have what's going on there?
Sherry, before you move on to
Yep.
Can I just interrupt? And in the chat, I'm going to put the contact information for the person who is coordinating our laptop loan. If you're a student who doesn't have regular access to a computer, we do have some loaner laptops, and that person's name is Samuel Rifkin. I put his email address in the chat. It's samuel.rifkin, R-I-F-K-I-N, at centralaz.edu. Reach out to him if you're in need of a loaner.
Thank you, Maggie. Yes, we do have laptop loans. All right, so our mental and behavioral health services. So first of all, we have a partnership with WellVia, and via your student account, we do have 24/7 access to doctors for a $35 consult fee anytime, anywhere. And this WellVia prescription discount service is also kind of attached to that. Let me show you a little, what's going on? I don't know why that's going. There we go. All right, to be able to access your WellVia account, you can use the mobile phone app, online, or phone, enter your member ID, create a username and password, and then complete the required fields to begin an electronic medical record. Something of note is that with this WellVia, you are also able to add up to 5 members of your household for free. But just to remember, there is a $35 consult fee for each consultation. It's really a wonderful service that's offered thanks to your student fee here at CAC. Student accessibility services. So some students in the past may have had IEP plans or 504 plans potentially while in high school. And any student who has appropriate documentation of a disability is welcome to connect with Cheryl Hernandez. She is our Director of Student Accessibility Services. Her email is cheryl.hernandez with a Z at centralaz.edu. Her phone number is 520-494-5409. Again, 520-494-5409. If you are eligible for services, we have many, many different types of services. For example, quiet testing environments, text-to-speech transcription, extended time for testing, note-taking services. And then another area that Cheryl is amazing at is referral and coordination with other local and state agencies that can assist with additional services for you, the student. So Cheryl is an amazing person. She is a staunch advocate for her students, and I highly recommend connecting with her if you have any questions about this. One thing Cheryl will require is recent documentation, and recent is within the last 5 years. So keep that in mind. And we do have recommendations of ways that you can obtain such documentation if you don't already have it. So definitely connect with Cheryl. Again, her phone number is 520-494-5409, and then Cheryl.Hernandez at centralaz.edu. All right, so for those of you who may be using veterans benefits or dependents of veterans, active military, survivors, and dependents, we are fully approved by the Veterans Administration to administer VA educational benefits. We have a coordinator of veteran services, Elizabeth Barrett, who is our VA school certifying official. We also have a Veterans Center located at the Signal Peak campus, which is just a nice, quiet, calm space for you to relax, take a nap, do your homework, just pass time in between classes and connect with other veterans. So we want to encourage you to use that. It is located in the M Student Services building at the Signal Peak campus. Elizabeth Barrett is our coordinator. You can find her at elizabeth.barrett@centralaz.edu, and the phone number is 520-494-5517. Again, 520-494-5517. So we want students to get involved. We want you to be a part of your college campus, and you're going to see a bunch of clubs here. This is in no way exhaustive of the amount of opportunities we have at CAC to be involved. Student government, Phi Theta Kappa, the American Welding Society. These are not only ways to get involved as a student, but also to build your resume. Because remember, sometimes it's not what you know, but who you know. And it's all about the networking. These clubs and activities can really assist you with, number one, networking, and number two, resume building. Knowing that you've been involved and that you've been an active member of a club or the president of an organization really stands out. It helps you to stand out among the crowd of people applying for positions. We do have a director of student engagement. Her name is Kimberly David. She is an amazing person and has actually recently done a ton of work engaging students virtually she's done all kinds of different games and fun things on the internet to keep our students engaged. And once we're back to campus, we're looking forward to different clubs and activities and organizations that students can continue to be involved in. You can contact Kim at Kimberly, Kamberly, David@centralaz.edu if you're interested. And again, this list is not exhaustive of all the clubs that we have to offer. And if we don't have a club that you're interested in, all you have to do is find a couple of friends and a faculty advisor, and you can create that club, and you'll be eligible for student club funding. So definitely make use of those clubs and build that resume, network with the people around you, and really, really enjoy your time at CAC. So some faculty expectations. You're coming into a college environment, and especially at this time when we are all virtual, we are completely virtual, your faculty, your instructors, your professors expect you to come to class prepared. And that means something different in a virtual environment. Coming to class prepared in a virtual environment means that you're doing your homework, you're staying involved, you're doing your readings, you're participating. How do you participate in an online class? Well, first of all, you're logging in, you're doing your work. Keep in mind that your faculty can look at each and every interaction that you have with the online learning management system. So they can see where you've clicked, they can see what you've clicked, they can see how long you took to do a quiz, they can see how long you took to write a discussion board. They can basically look at your various levels of participation in that online class. And so you want to be sure, the next point there is to communicate. Be sure you're communicating with your instructor. If you're having trouble and there's a reason why you're not logging in, communicate, communicate, communicate. That communication is your first line of defense with your professors. You want to be sure that you keep those lines of communication open and are letting them know if you're struggling in anything. We want you also to seek out support. So we mentioned the online tutoring that's available, the online library resources. It is up to you, the student, to look for the support that you need to be successful. For example, if you're falling behind in math, it's time to seek a tutor. In fact, before you even behind in math, it's time to seek out a tutor. The most successful students are not those, the students that most access tutoring are not those that have lower grades. It's those ABC students who want to make sure they continue to be successful. So keep that in mind. Be one of those successful students and seek out tutoring support whenever you need it. If it's something with regard to basic needs, once we're back on campuses, we do have food pantries on each and every one of our campuses. Access our health services as well with the Wellvia organization. We definitely want you to make use of that as well. So Let's talk a little bit about time management. Time management can be tough, especially with these virtual classes that we have for summer here. Time management means that you take time for you, and that time for you is spent doing your work. We want to be sure that you're managing your life around your school schedule. Sometimes it can be really challenging, but you've got to find that time to carve out, get yourself into a closet, do your homework in a vehicle outside of a place where you have an internet connection, whatever it takes to get some you time to be able to complete that homework. Sometimes that even means reaching out for support. If there's a parent involved that can help you with your children, or if there's a friend involved when you just need an hour to do a test or get some homework done, make sure that you're carving time out for yourself to get that homework done and be successful. And sometimes it means burning the candle at both ends as well. Although staying up all night doing homework is never something that I recommend. I think that's very detrimental to your own personal health. Find ways to fit it into your day and seek out help when you need it from others. Try to get that coursework done. And it goes without saying that all of our classroom environments are areas where we all abide policies of mutual respect, and please give that type of respect to not only your instructor but your fellow students. Some important college policies before we wrap it up here. Number one, Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. This is a policy whereby the college is not permitted to disclose any information about you, the student, without written consent from you. There is a FERPA form located in your student portal. If you need one of your parents, spouse, brother, sister, grandma, grandpa, whoever, to have access to your records and to be able to discuss your records with the college, you absolutely must fill out a FERPA form. And again, that is located in your student portal. Don't forget that step, because we won't be able to talk to anyone without that FERPA form. Make sure also that you are talking to financial aid before you do any dropping of classes, because remember what I said, that dropping a class can have some serious ramifications for your financial aid, promise for the future, scholarships, things like that. Make sure that you understand your financial responsibilities when you become a student here at CAC. And drugs, alcohol, and firearms, we're not on campuses right now, but when we get back to campus, of course, drugs, alcohol, and firearms are not permitted on any of our campuses. And just a short note on Title IX here. Central Arizona College is committed to providing an environment free of discrimination on the basis of sex or gender, including sexual harassment, sexual misconduct, sexual assault, relationship, such as dating and domestic violence, and stalking. We do have a director of Title IX compliance who is Cecilia Quiroz. Her phone number is 520-494-6456. If you want some more information on Title IX, I'd encourage you to check the website, www.centralaz.edu/Title9. So that's TITLEIX. And you can also email Cecilia Quiroz at cecilia.quiroz@centralaz.edu. So at this time, we want to say thank you so much for participating in New Student Orientation. We hope you learned a little bit and just enough to get you started on your journey here at CAC. We're so happy that you've chosen CAC. If you have any additional questions, of course, there's our website. We do have an orientation email that Maggie monitors. If you have any questions, we're happy to answer those. And Maggie and I are going to hang out for just a couple of minutes here so that we can answer any additional questions you might have before you pop offline there. So this is the end of the presentation. And again, we'll be online and we're still live if you want to pop up your voice, and we'd love to talk to you. Let us know if you have any questions. Thank you so much. Again, this is Sherry Lacone. I'm the Executive Director of Enrollment Services here at Central Arizona College, and I'm signing off so that we can hear from you if you have any questions. Have a great afternoon.